Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Darren T. Hoover, 31 of Salt Lake City, Utah. Marine Corps Sergeant Johnny Rosario Picardo, 25 of Lawrence, Massachusetts. Marine Corps Sergeant Nicole L. Gee, 23, Sacramento, California. Marine Corps Corporal Hunter Lopez, 22 of Indio, California. Marine Corps Corporal Deegan W. Page, 23 of Omaha, Nebraska. Marine Corps Corporal Humberto A. Sanchez, 22 of Logansport, Indiana. Marine Corps Lance Corporal David L. Espiazo, 20 of Rio Bravo, Texas. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Jared M. Schmitz, 20 of St. Charles, Missouri. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Riley J. McCollum, 20 of Jackson, Wyoming. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Dylan R. Marola, 20, Rancho Cucamonga, California. Marine Corps Lance Corporal Kareem M. Nikoy, 20 of Norco, California. Navy Hospitalman Maxton W. Soviet, 22 of Berlin Heights, Ohio. Army Staff Sergeant Ryan C. Moss, 23 of Corryton, Tennessee.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to American Stunts Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Christian.
Dylan.
Hunter.
What you guys just heard was the 13 names of the service members killed in Kabul, Afghanistan, about a week ago now, right?
Yeah, we just wanted to, we really wanted to set the precedent, and pay respect to the guys who paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Right, and that's something you're going to hear every episode. And it's not just military. It's going to be police, fire, EMS.
First responders, all kinds.
Right. Anybody that's holding the line.
Yep.
So before we do get started, I'm going to let someone get their shameless plug in real quick.
Our daily sponsor today is Johnny's Tavern, and located in East New Market, Maryland. We are centralized on the Delmarva Peninsula and serving the coldest drinks and best food around. Come out and get your burgers, chicken wings, award-winning burgers and chicken wings, I should say.
Sometimes ribs.
Ribs, too, absolutely. And then on Friday nights, we have a prime rib every Friday night. People come from all around for that prime rib. Oh, it's so good. $25 gets you prime rib and two sides. Look it up. We have live entertainment on Friday nights and then Saturday nights as well. I love to have you out there. Thanks, Johnny's Tavern, for the sponsorship for this episode.
Yeah, thank you. So we're just going to jump into it. Rolling right off of those 13 service members, we just want to get into, I guess, Biden in general. Just kind of set the precedence here.
The incompetent,
which he isn't doing,
administration that is, quote unquote, running this freaking country right now. Really, what they're doing is running it into the freaking ground. But yeah, you know what? We just paid more respect to the service members than the whole administration has done.
Or Nancy Pelosi.
Particularly Biden.
Or Biden. Nancy, too.
The guy checks his watch as they arrive in Dover? Are you serious?
Guess he had a hot date with Kim Jong-un.
And something else I don't get, why didn't he salute? He's the commander. No matter if you served or not, he's the commander-in-chief.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Why did he not why did he not salute? Why did he put his hand over his heart? The same thing that oddly Obama did too, in that one huge picture. I don't know if it's him.
Trump saluted, didn't he?
Like three. Oh
yeah,
no,
Trump
every
saluted.
Time.
Yeah,
every time.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Because that's a true leader, Trump, versus the guy we got now in here, who's just a puppet.
I'm not even saying I think he just doesn't even know.
He doesn't.
I don't think he's trying to be rude. I just think he doesn't know. He's incompetent. Doesn't realize.
He's senile, is what it is.
So here's a story I actually heard. So thankfully,
got an earpiece.
Yeah. Thankfully, we're local to the Delmarva Peninsula. And
I'm not supposed to ask.
We're between D.C. and Newcastle, Delaware, where Biden lives, where his home is, and then he also has a vacation house in Rehoboth Beach. Mm-hmm. Well. Thankfully, like I said, we know people who know people, but, I mean, I know this from a legitimate source because he heard it from the actual Secret Service agent, which I'm going to keep the name and all for purposes here to myself. But the story is Biden came out to Rehoboth Beach, and they got out of the car. And he's like, sir, where am I? And they said, the Secret Service agent said, well, President Biden, sir, you're at your house in Rehoboth. He said, No, I'm not. That's not my house. I shit you not. I swear to you. He says, that's not my house.
It doesn't. Why does that not surprise me?
I don't know.
It doesn't surprise
He
me.
says, that's not my house. I don't live here.
To even take it further, if you've listened to his recent,
Recent.
not even speeches. Well, it's getting
The past year.
yeah, pretty much. If you listen to his past speeches and really the last year, like Dylan just said, specifically Afghanistan, he's not taking questions. And every time people try to ask him questions, the media, he says, they won't allow me to take questions. They told me not to take questions.
He's got a list of not only the people he's supposed to call on, but the questions they're supposed to ask. You saw the video when the reporter asked the question that wasn't on the list. He's like, wait, I thought the question was, and it was totally different. It wasn't like he misunderstood a word or a phraseology. No. It was a totally different question that he thought they were supposed to ask.
The man, air quotes here because you guys can't see me, running your country has to be provided a list with answers.
Yeah.
And probably like bullet points and what to say. He can't even take questions like off the whim. I saw a meme the other day and it said Biden who you thought Trump was. I don't think I've ever saw something truer.
Yeah. There's an Instagram account page. It's political satire, and they said Biden is now gonna tape a sheet of answers to his back, so as he walks away, reporters can just get the information they need because they're not gonna get it otherwise.
No, they're not. They're not. I don't know how people. No matter if you had gripes with Trump or not, he did some stuff I disagree with, as probably everybody. I mean, you're never going to 100% agree with a political leader, for that matter. But you cannot deny that Trump wasn't on the very forefront of being like off the cuff and being able to answer stuff. That Trump wasn't a better president in that regard. I mean, that's just one regard.
In one regard,
yeah.
Yeah.
Furthermore, just how this whole everything in Afghanistan's been dealt with, and people want to go back on, this was Trump's plan, blah 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 blah. Trump's plan did not include leaving citizens behind in the country, and you can say that, oh well, they wanted to say they've had months to get out. That's not true. I mean, it's true they probably have had months to get out, but they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Who wants to volunteer to stay in a country that wants to kill them? Furthermore, not studies. We were just talking about COVID. Talking about studies. But there's articles coming out that students are trapped over there right now. It was like 30 students from California are trapped over there right now. There's a baby trapped over there.
Well, you saw him hand that
Dude, this
infant,
is asinine.
You saw him hand that infant over the fence to the soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw it.
Isn't that something? I can't imagine.
Huh? Can you
imagine handing your kid off to someone you don't know?
I can.
Imagine Russia comes here to fight Antifa, right? Whatever. I'm just trying to put it in perspective. and Russia comes back. They come back. Imagine handing your kid to a Russian soldier that doesn't even speak the same language as you, because you think it'd be a safer outcome. That blows my mind.
It speaks volumes. It's just, I can't imagine.
No,
especially now that I have kids. I mean,
I don't even have kids. I just couldn't even.
I know, but I mean, it's just.
Or hanging onto a plane.
Yeah.
The outside of a plane.
Oh, dude.
Getting close up to gear doors. You see that one?
No.
Yeah.
Or the.
I did see
or
the
picture the guy helicopter. Where
imagine holding on that far just to get closed up in the landing gear. Well, we will.
Just because that is a better outcome than staying.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
That's
these people
that's
can't
scary.
imagine staying. Yeah, it's a shame, dude. Well, that's a totally different subject of why that in one country, one people have such fear for another group of people in the same country of the same, citizenship, I guess, for lack of better terminology.
Yeah, but America's horrible, horrible place.
Oh yeah, we might offend you, dude.
Yeah, no, horrible place,
dude.
Yeah,
people are soft, dude.
Go put on your pink hat and walk in the street, bud.
I wish.
Or pick earphones.
I wish women here, women in general, just because they have no rights over there.
Hey, you know what?
I wish people could see over there. If a woman drives a car, you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. And then people want to talk about how this country's so bad. You know what? I bet the women over there wish they had a pistol on their side. I'm just saying.
Yeah, how about that? See, that's what we're protected against.
Yeah, that's what the Second Amendment's
Is
for.
it against our government? I mean, you know what I mean?
The beginning, middle, and end.
Our incompetent government coming, taking our guns away from us.
The tyranny. It's what it is. It's a freaking tyranny, man. They have no regard for your rights as an individual, and it's just mind-boggling that we are. And it's obvious if you look back in Obama's presidency and Bush's. You can see that there is a trend towards this way of thinking, and Obama really got it kicked off. I mean, for a black president, the first one ever, like, he had the opportunity, really, to do incredible things.
I'm willing to bet you he's still pulling the strings.
Well, that's
Crazy
true.
thing.
People think that for sure.
That's
But what I was going to say was he had the opportunity to really unite, and he did the opposite. Mm-hmm. But anyways, what I was saying was there's been a trend, a downward spiral of this country, and it's been slow, almost not noticeable. And that was their plan, I think. I say there, and that's another topic of discussion.
Who's they?
The New World Order.
Oh.
But anyway, the globalists. But anyways,
yeah. Well, did you see the interviews that you're talking about Obama? I don't want to leave that too much. I mean, the Obama thing.
What I was going to say is it's kicked into high gear because
did you see his interview?
Who?
Years ago? Well, Obama says, man, he said, if there's a way, I wish I could remain president past the 2 terms.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Man, if I could only have an earbud, just be there, but not be there.
Yeah.
Remember that interview?
Yes.
Yeah, it just came up recently too. I just saw it through
And that's
Instagram
from the horse's
somewhere.
mouth. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not debatable.
And I think as
Follow
the
the-
snowball is getting bigger and rolling faster,
Yeah.
more people are like, hold up, wait a second.
Well, you know what? We live in, a lot of people are referring to it as this, and I think it's probably a fairly good way to describe it. And they're saying the time that we live in right now is you could say it's a terrible time, but it's also the best time because despite the censorship that's going on, which we'll touch on later, even though all these big tech, Facebook, Instagram, Google, all these companies are trying to censor the crap out of us, we're still getting the information. And so is so many more people than used to be able to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And so
It's like a double-edged sword.
it
almost.
is. It's a double-edged sword. And they thought that they'd have all the power. And they got a lot of it, I'll admit, but they don't have it all. And the majority, like you said, the snowball has gotten to the point where people can see it coming now, dude. And so we're going to start getting out of the way. Not only that, we're going to start getting ready to, we're bracing for impact, and we're ready to get impact back,
We're wising up.
Wisen up.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely.
I think people are just waking up.
They are
Waking up, yeah.
That is the number one term. That people are waking up.
And
Thank
I
God.
think it was a big part of that was what just happened.
Well, thank God.
And I think the line
I
is
say that, I
clearly
hope
being drawn with people that are defending that and people that are like, what?
There is no defense though. Like
No,
you
there's
saw
not.
you saw the service member who was he was the commanding officer of the tank. He made a video while he was in uniform. He's made a second one now. Dang, I can't remember his name.
Lieutenant Colonel?
I think so.
Then he got released? Or
Yes.
yeah.
He's home now. He's civilian because they kicked him out. But he made a
Well,
video. He's like, listen.
Kind of.
He's like, listen, he's like, all I want is for you guys to take some accountability here. Like you said, people are defending it. There's no defense. Yeah, all right. It was time to get out of the Middle East. We needed to a long time ago.
Yeah.
But there's a right way to do it, and
Not
we
that
did
way.
not do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All of a sudden, all abrupt. Okay, let's go. Bye.
Well, not
See ya.
only that, but the first people we pull out's the military.
Yeah.
We got the most advanced, strongest military on the planet.
They're supposed to be there to protect, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else getting out. Yeah.
We got allies. We got.
Didn't he send
civilians.
6,000 back in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he pulled out too fast, he realized, oh shit.
There's
and
a
then
way.
they sent 6,000 back in to help protect the people getting out because it became such a chaotic mess getting out.
No, I was never in the military.
Same.
Yeah,
I was not.
But it doesn't.
God bless you if you are.
Yeah, really. Yeah. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize if you're in war, the last thing you leave behind enemy lines are your own citizens you're fighting for. Why, that makes no sense. You leave the military there, you get your citizens out, you get the people that helped you out, the refugees, the interpreters, the Afghan soldiers who need to get somewhere safe. Then you get your equipment out, or you destroy it.
That's right.
And then you pull the military out. And anybody who thought the Afghan army was going to stand by themselves, now I understand the government left and they basically had no backing, so they gave up.
What'd they
But
basically
still.
give on a silver freaking platter to the Taliban? How much
$83 billion.
of military equipment? What? And
I
it
saw,
was. It
I
was.
saw
it
that,
was,
but I saw someone debunk that too.
all right. Well, dude, it was. Let's just
One
not.
Black Hawk is
Hold on. Let's not even put
Hold
a
on.
price tag on it because the price tag doesn't matter. We've all seen the
Correct.
pictures. We've all seen
Yeah.
the videos. They're
Black
flying
Hawk.
a Black Hawk, hanging a freaking Afghani
Yep.
citizen that probably didn't spoke out against the Taliban. Nah, dude, they hung him from a Black Hawk and flew it over the little
and then
town.
they had a parade with coffins draped
what
in
I'm
all the
saying-
country's flags.
What I'm saying is treason, dude.
Yeah.
It is literally treasonous to arm enemies of America, and you could make the argument that it was so negligent that you could. What did he do to prevent them from getting this? Every single service member that I've seen interviewed has said, number one plan here is if you can't keep your stuff, you destroy it. Everyone knows it. Everyone does it. Well, why didn't we do it? Why? How many vehicles did they get? I mean, it's a lot. It's a substantial number.
It is.
It's almost like
The
building a brick wall and then dumping water on it, and then taking the brick wall, expecting the water to hold.
Yeah.
That's what the Afghan army was. We spent 20 years teaching them tactics and skills, and
They just wanted the money, though.
How to be an army.
But
But
just-
as soon as you take away the U.S. military, you're taking away the backbone, really, and they're going to fall.
Well, what about the press conferences? Biden said a week prior to, there's 300,000 Afghan military.
Yeah.
It is highly unlikely
Yeah. He said
that the Taliban are
doesn't
going to
even-
take over.
What did he say? They have 5% control, 5% of the country right now.
Talk about
Meanwhile,
egg on the face.
yeah, but meanwhile, and we're talking about intelligence agencies that we already know are corrupt.
Yeah.
We already know they're corrupt.
Oh, yeah.
So hold on. They told him that Taliban has much more control of the country. Like they've already taken 80% of the country.
They got
over.
Kabul. They got the
They're-
airport.
They're
got it all
on your
now.
doorstep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
got it
do
all.
now, but
Yeah.
they didn't at the time. And he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, we don't foresee it being a Taliban take." How long did it take?
Less than a week,
Yeah.
a few
It
days.
was 5 days, I think it was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for total control.
That's what happens when you pull out too fast.
300,000 Afghani soldiers that weren't there. I listened to a video of a former Navy SEAL. Can I say his name? I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter,
say his
right?
name.
I
It's
think his name is Eddie Penny. He's got an Instagram. I think it's Eddie Penny or something like that. The guy's awesome. I mean, I and this is kind of a joke. I almost messaged him because he posted a picture of himself when he was in uniform, still a serving Navy SEAL, active duty Navy SEAL. And his forearms were so big, I was going to message him and be like, "Yo, dude, what's it like to crush a rock and turn it into dust in the palm of your
You
hand?"
make your own salt.
In the palm of your hand, dude. Like, but anyways, no, he was like, "Send me, I served. I'm done now, but I'll go back because this is ridiculous." But
Well, didn't somebody go back?
Yeah, this brings
yeah,
us
they
to our
did.
next
yeah,
point.
that's good.
That
Let's
was a
go.
great
Right
bridge.
on, man.
There was an operation called,
Pineapple Express.
which basically was veterans, special forces,
That's right.
Green Berets, Navy SEALs. I would probably Delta team. It probably wasn't just Green Berets and Navy SEAls. I'm sure it was a lot more than
Oh,
that.
dude, it was everyone.
All sorts.
Army Rangers. You know, it
Yeah.
had to be everybody.
Yeah, they went over there privately and did what they had to do and have gotten hundreds
All volunteers.
of people out. All volunteers.
All volunteered their time and their effort and their lives.
And it's
too.
important to note that
On the line.
the Pentagon or the DOD basically told them when we pulled out our last guys, they were alone.
Yeah.
They weren't backing them at all.
See, that's called patriotism.
You know what that is?
It's called American.
That's yes, exactly.
That's called them doing what
That's
they signed
American
up to do.
spirit.
That's right.
That's not the federal freaking
No.
government, dude.
No. Yeah.
That's the American individual. And you know what? That's what this country was built off of. The backbones, the spirit, the resilience, and the strength of these men and women that are willing to go that extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when 9/11 happened, I was tiny. You guys are older than me, obviously.
4th grade here.
Yeah. So you guys probably have some kind of.
I remember
memories.
it, but I was young, dude.
I don't really remember it.
Yeah.
I remember the years after.
Yeah.
But it's. I've heard this on other podcasts and posts and stuff. When 9/11 happened, we had a common enemy throughout the country.
Correct.
Everybody hated whoever did that.
Right.
Yep.
And we went to war.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw. I mean, you have all these Navy SEALs and Special Forces guys, team guys, and I mean just regular military guys that were like, that's why I served. That's
so
why I
many
got
people
in.
signed up for that.
A lot of them are now getting out because it's coming on 20 years.
Yeah,
But
that was a fire in their soul.
right, that is the
That did
same
that.
thing that happened here with this Pineapple Express. These guys had another 9/11 event when these, not only it didn't even. I think they were there before the 13 service members died, but when this started happening, they realized what was going on and said, yeah, this is it. We got to do something.
You know
or
what? We got
else.
some precedents, though, to this particular event, a very similar event in Benghazi.
Correct.
But you
Yep.
know what? That was a total shit show as well. And, you got Miss Clinton and all her, whatever the frick word you want to use.
Cronies.
Insert adjective here. And anyways, I saw somebody make a post about this. They were like, the Biden administration thinks that Kabul was a success because they got the embassy evacuated this time.
Woohoo.
Well, what about what'd they say? It was upwards of 40,000 American citizens, just citizens. We're not talking about allies, people that
Yeah.
have helped, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's mind-boggling.
You still lost the whole country.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? Listen, and I say this, and it's not out of any resentment. It's not out of any disdain for Afghanistan or the Middle East in general. But it's been time for the U.S. to stop policing the world for a long time.
Yep. And I've never met one person that didn't agree with that.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm just,
We got a lot to focus on here before we focus on other stuff.
I say this, well, I won't even. So it's high time American individuals come first. Not just America comes first. No, because people will say that, and then they'll be like, yeah, American idealism, capitalism, freedom, quote, that they say, right? But it's time the American people as individuals come first, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be taking care of the stuff at home. And right now, as still this country's the greatest one on the planet, that's no doubt about it. But we're putting ourselves in a position of no return here.
Or one slip up the stairs away from
Dude, financially, freedom-wise, all of it.
How long until, gas prices right now for us, I mean, you just went to the gas station.
$2.99.
$2.99. California, it's probably
It's
Five?
it's
damn
$4.
near $5.
That's $4. That's $4 something. I was there like 2 months ago.
No doubt. And
Work,
Yeah, but you know how fast gas prices go.
it's like it's like $4.29. I think
10 cents
we
a
Uh,
paid.
day sometimes.
how long till it's $7-8 a gallon? Bread on the shelf is $6 a loaf.
But also, here's another thing to take into consideration. I get it; it's nationwide federal tax, but also the state tax too. So the state's probably taking $1 and a quarter for
Well,
themselves off
dude,
of every gallon of gas.
That's
too.
another podcast. We can get into
That's a
taxes
whole nother thing.
altogether.
Absolutely, that's a whole tax thing. We'll get that further. Like I said, consider the state as well. Like, California's always had the highest gas prices anywhere you
Yeah,
go because
yeah.
of that state you live
Yeah.
in is the highest tax state anywhere.
And one thing maybe we should consider doing in the future is a podcast, and we'll each have to do our own respective researching and stuff to better educate ourselves economically and stuff. But I'm in the maritime industry, so we're the what has been referred to. It's the beating heart of the world and America of the commerce system, anything that comes to the country in bulk, in true bulk, comes via ship.
Yeah.
You're not getting that much on a plane. I don't care how big you build the plane. You know that the ships I'm docking in New York Harbor are 1,200 feet long. That's almost a quarter mile.
Just
That's
wild.
almost a quarter mile.
God.
You guys can't fathom a ship that big until you see it in person. I'm telling you, I've docked, I'll say dozens of them because they don't come in as often as the smaller ships do. But they're like, just a real quick dimension. 1,200 feet long. They're like 160 feet wide or whatever. There's 135 feet of ship above the waterline, and typically they come in with a 48-foot draft. So it's almost 200 feet up and down. It's almost 200 feet wide, and then it's 1,200 feet long. And some of these things they got like 15,000 containers on them of stuff. But that's a different type of product. We're talking about gas right now. The tankers that have been coming in, insane. It's super busy. And some of them, and this is where like global politics does play a role in the prices of stuff in America. Like we think that the gas prices is simply because of this or this in the country, and that's not always true. Like him or not, I don't really care. Trump wanted us to be energy independent, and here's why. Because I'm telling you right now, even before I was working on tugboats, I worked on a fishing boat, and there would be tankers anchored up outside of the Delaware Bay for months. They'd sit there for 2 months. You know what they were doing? They were waiting for prices to go up. So basically what they're doing is it's supply and demand. They're starving the supply. The demand stays the same. So what happens now? They have to meet the price that the tankers are asking, that the companies that own the tankers are asking, the charterers, and so gas prices go through the roof.
But they don't pay for that. You pay for that.
That's right. Exactly. That's right.
And see that's a cool insight. I would have never known that.
Well, sometimes
That's cool.
it's really cool the perspectives.
Well, that's not cool, but
yeah, right. But the perspectives that we have just sitting here at this table together, the three of us.
Yeah.
You bring it's funny how similar our industries are, but it's the opposite side of the spectrum almost.
Yep.
he's just a people transporter.
Glorified Uber driver. I prefer. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but see, like that, and your current administration is pushing for more outside oil than inside.
Yeah, the freaking dickhead shuts down the Keystone Pipeline and then green lights
First
the
day.
Russian pipeline.
First day.
On the job. You cost, 25,000 jobs? 30,000
Yeah,
jobs?
it was
More than
hacked.
that,
Guys,
probably.
it was hacked. It was hacked.
What?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you know what I'm
The
saying.
pipeline.
Yeah.
Remember they said
Texas.
it was hacked?
Texas, right?
Yeah.
And they had to give them
Oh, that
what?
was after that.
They had
yeah.
to give them what, like $2 million in Bitcoin?
Yeah, and then
something.
Yo, that's another podcast we should do in the future.
Yeah, no.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so they shut it down. Oh, and the world almost blew up that day. Yeah, oh my God, there were lines at the gas tank.
Oh, people
or
went
pump.
nuts.
Dude, people were putting gas in laundry baskets.
I
saw that.
Yes.
I mean,
People were putting it like in plastic bags.
Yeah.
I only wonder how long it took her
I believe
to figure out that she wasn't getting anywhere with that contraption.
So that very well could have been photoshopped in a joke, but either way, it just shows like people were legitimately putting stuff.
How many
in the
people
trunk of their
put
car.
gas and styrofoam and made napalm in the back of their
Oh
car?
my gosh.
No, but seriously,
Well, that's the kind of stuff that worries me that we may not come back from the crap that we're doing.
that right there.
Are they allowed to reproduce?
People are dumb, dude.
Honestly, with all of that in mind,
Yeah.
the main thing we're getting at here is just
We need more leadership. Actually,
Yes.
I shouldn't say that. I don't mean that at all. Actually, I apologize. We don't
We need more
more
competent
leadership.
leadership.
No, we don't need more leadership. We need better leadership. And I want to be specific here. And the reason I say that I was mistaken in saying more, we actually want, and I believe even the people that love what the federal government does, oh, all these handouts, they're helping people. No, they're not. They're enabling people. Do you think that giving money to your kid that is addicted to drugs is helping him? No, it's enabling him, right? Everyone knows that analogy. Everyone knows that story, right? That's what the federal government is doing to these people on welfare. But anyway, that's a separate thing. The point I was making,
Yeah.
what I was saying was, we don't want more leadership. We want better leadership because we want the power to remain with the people. We, the people. You know what I'm saying? We want the state governments, the local governments, and the individuals to hold the power. Not
The
the
shameless
federal
plug with
government.
the people holsters. You're awesome. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes, correct. We want individuals to hold the power, and that's what the founding fathers desired.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
You just read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights if you want to know that.
Yeah. I'll make that same point I made last episode. When they wrote that Constitution, they gave you more power than they have. Now imagine Trump, Biden, Obama, all the major political players getting together and giving you more power than they have, giving you power to overrun them if you don't like what they're doing.
Yeah, but
That would never happen
Trump-
today.
No, but it happened in 1776 because it was going against, at the time, the England, right?
The British.
the monarchs.
The British, the monarch.
the
monarchy.
monarch, the elites that thought that
Yep.
you were subhuman and they needed to make the decisions for you.
Yeah. That's why they
You
wrote
know-
the Declaration of Independence in 1776,
What
July
Trump-
4th. They signed it, and then the Bill of Rights came afterwards, which
Right.
protected the people, the citizens of the new war, or the new country, the free world, to have protections against their government.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Christian, because it's a profound point, really,
It is.
if you think about
Yeah.
it. The fact that the original, quote, federal government wanted you to have more power than them.
And
than
that's
they
not
gave
handouts.
No.
No.
That is not the same thing.
That's the
at
ability to
all.
do what you want.
Giving power to somebody is making them more independent,
You know,
by
aside
themselves.
from crime, but we're talking, use your freaking head here.
Yeah.
We're obviously not talking about illegal stuff. We're talking about do what you want. If you want to farm. If you want to drive a tugboat, drive a tugboat. If you want to drive a truck across the country, do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they wanted.
Unless
The
gas
opportunity.
prices are $8,
The-
then you really can't do that.
But they give us the opportunity, though. We
Yeah.
have the freedom. We have that opportunity to choose versus Afghanistan.
Yeah, right.
They don't have those opportunities. Any other
No.
these countries,
I
Mexico.
can see your knees from here, dude. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Freedom of choice is what they gave you. Freedom of, if you don't like something, you have the power to fix it.
To do something about it, yeah.
And the people in Afghanistan right now they're jumping on the outside of planes to get to, not the U.S. but anywhere other than where they are.
Yeah.
Handing babies off over fences like we were talking
Yep.
about. You have to put that in perspective. And when
Because
you
they
wake
know
up
they're
in the
not
morning,
going to have the choice to do something about it.
right? When you wake up in the morning and you can walk outside with your cappuccino and freaking go to work and do whatever you want. Think about what those people are going through. And that's not only in Afghanistan. That's anywhere. Not anywhere, I'm sorry. But that's a lot of places in the world right now.
Yeah. So, and you know what? Just to differentiate, it's a similar topic, but we're staying on the administration issue here. Mexico, our southern border,
There you go.
it's a disaster.
They're handing babies over fences there.
They are.
Dude.
How about a
So
resemblance?
everyone in the mainstream media made fun of it. Like, yeah, Trump, he campaiged on a wall, and we never got it. Actually,
He did build a wall,
we
actually.
did build a freaking
Yeah,
wall.
we did.
And,
For good reason, too.
And guess what? Where it wasn't finished, the places it wasn't finished, they stopped it. They halted it.
They did.
Why?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? You know what aggravates me, and no one talks about it aside from everything we're talking about. Whatever happened to this enormous caravan of people coming up from Guatemala or wherever they were coming from? What happened to them?
That was in a certain video that we both watched. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that was all staged. 100%.
You think the people that they've been walking for 15 days barefoot and
Hundreds of miles.
And meanwhile, they're taking selfies with $1,200 iPhones.
Yeah.
Correct.
Say, what about Chameleon Harris? I mean, she went down there to meet them, didn't
Chameleon.
chameleon
she?
Harris.
How about that? I mean, isn't she a chameleon? I
She
mean,
is a chameleon. She just blends.
You talking about
in
what
with-
she was just at during all this Afghanistan stuff?
No. Well, that too. She's in Vietnam.
Okay, real
During
quick.
the Afghanistan, she's getting back from Vietnam now. But no, I'm talking about Mexico since we're on
She's
that.
an idiot, man.
Since we're on that,
The cackling
topic.
joker. She's a joker. The first time that she ever visited the southern border,
yeah.
she wasn't even there. It was Lauren Boebert, the absolute BA representative from the House. I believe she's a representative from Colorado. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, and then Kamala went on an interview like the next day and said, "Yeah, I was there."
Yeah, right. Because
Yeah.
Lauren, she took her Miss Boebert, Representative Boebert. I apologize. I should refer her to her more respectfully because she deserves it. She's one who deserves it.
You know who hasn't been to the border yet?
Biden.
Biden.
Yeah.
Has Biden been anywhere? I don't even. Wow.
Other than
No.
Rehoboth and Wilmington?
Newcastle,
No.
Wilmington.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he shuts that whole place down. Airport,
You know
cars,
where
everything.
Biden has been? The basement. Sleepy Joe, dude. How do you get
Camp David?
How do you get
Yeah.
the most votes in history and never freaking campaign?
You cheat.
You know what?
How do you get the most votes in history, and then
let's-
now everybody's suddenly silent?
Let's
'Cause
save this
you cheat.
podcast. for another-
Silent.
You cheat.
I think we could actually give a good amount of time to the election on a podcast.
We
so
could.
maybe we should
Yeah.
do that.
We're at 30 now, so.
DM us and let us
Oh, yeah,
know.
yeah.
Let us know if you
Yeah.
want to hear more about. I mean, we're going to talk about it either way. So let us know if you really have any suggestions. But
Yeah,
do
definitely.
you guys have any like closing points?
Don't settle.
Sweet.
I don't want people to settle. The American people, they don't deserve to, and they don't need to
No.
settle.
Nope.
For what we have right now.
And if anything, just be skeptical.
Well, yeah.
Do your
yeah,
research.
Question everything. Do your own research. Educate yourself.
Yeah. Just
But-
because you see it on
but
TV doesn't mean
you-
it's true.
You first off, you
Correct.
don't. A president's not supposed to tell you what to do. You know what I mean? He's just supposed to. He's supposed to help the national economy. He's supposed to keep you protected from foreign enemies.
Correct.
I mean, we're talking. There's a short list of what they're actually supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really, there is. So what I'm trying to say, just since we're closing, is don't settle. You do not. You don't have to have a president that's completely senile and incompetent. I mean, the guy licks his wife's hand on stage when they were campaigning. What's that about?
You don't need to vote for him just because you didn't like the last one.
That's right.
Just like let's
You
make
don't.
that point.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happened, though. That's why he is in some instance, besides cheating, like I was saying. But
Yeah. But that wasn't even
they
him. He
they
didn't
voted
even know.
people. They voted people out. The people voted Trump out because they didn't like Trump.
Well,
They didn't vote-
A few people. He would definitely won in a landslide, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, he did, but
Well, you know what?
yeah.
People need to vote with their wallet. They just need to be smarter voters.
100%.
Don't vote emotionally.
Follow the money
Yeah. Follow the money. That's
and watch where your money goes.
That's a totally.
Remember, hindsight's 20/20.
That'll pertain to a lot more issues, but I'm just saying, like, Trump, for better or worse, like him or not, don't care. You got more money in every paycheck when he was in office in 4 years.
You had your job,
He
too.
did more in 4 years than many presidents did in 8.
And no, he did not crash the economy. COVID did. There was no getting away from that. So
Well, the mainstream
That's not even an
media, the
argument.
Democrats, what they hyped COVID up to be, crashed the freaking economy.
it was a social fear crash the economy.
Correct. That's exactly right.
Our stocks go off of social fear.
And
or
they're
the
yeah,
social-
right. The stocks,
Yeah.
But and then what they did with the lockdowns is they crippled the middle class.
100%.
I mean, you've got these giant what's Jeff Bezos worth now, and Walmart and Home Depot, all these big corporations that never had to close. Make sense to me.
Yeah.
They're worth more money now than they've ever been.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear more about vaccines, tune into the next episode. That will be in about a week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You can find us anywhere you listen to really music. And again, you can hit us up on Instagram, Facebook. Our email is americansonspodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you again for listening.
Thank you. Bless all of you for police officers, EMT, firefighters, military servicemen, everybody for doing what you do, laying your life on the line, helping others around you every day.
Hold that line.
God bless you. Hold the line.
I am the American son, never backing down, ain't never gonna run. I am the American son, never backing down, ain't never gonna run. I am the American son, never backing down, ain't never gonna run. I am the American son, gonna take it to my grave when my day